What if you stop doing what's always been done? What's expected, what's accepted, and what's the status quo?
What if you strip away all the layers of everything that's been done before?
Yeah.
You know, just because it's been done before? What if you get rid of everything that's only made sense just because it always made sense?
There is an if within me. But this outside force of conformity has me seeing a future. A future of working a 9 to 5, living but never really being alive, existing but not fulfilling my dreams. There is an if within me that hasn't found itself yet, but when it does, watch out.
What if we threw out every preconceived notion, every requirement, every idea about what has worked in the past?
What if we allowed our scars to tell a story of progression? Every nick, every bruise, every cut, just a constant reminder of our forward mobility. What if we broke the norm? 2 steps back and 7 steps forward into our destiny? What if our spine turned to cement and we never back down from confronting our fears? And we live. We live free like an eagle as he spreads his wings and soars. What if?
If you could see the end before you began, would you be willing to take the journey?
You want to know the what ifs in me? What if I let my single mother, being a 3-time breast cancer survivor, stop me from achieving my goals and aspirations? What if I got shot by a cop like so many other boys that look like me? I love wearing hoodies. I am the impossible seeking the amazing. The black man that Ralph Ellison so eloquently spoke about in his book. I am invisible, but only because I am the spook sitting by the door. And I'm understanding, looking in my mirror, that I am the image of God himself.
There's an if within me. An if within me. If within me. What if I F? What if I F? What if I face the joker that fate dealt to me at that card table, surrounded by dogs, and steal the pot with just my sheer will to live? What if I fuse all the joy, love, and ecstasy I possibly can, pinch every inch of my being, pour every quart of my soul, squeeze every drop of my living, just to give, give, give? Yes. What if I fetch the change that my niece could only wish to see in this world? Ignore the evil that badness spits into this world, fight it with my smiles like daggers, and my grace like poison. What if I F? What if?
What if you take a risk, try something completely new?
There's an if within me.
There's an if within me.
What if? the courage to ask, what if?
What if?
What if?
What if?
What if?
What if?
Shalom, for the peace shattered into pieces and scattered into crease until nothing but the screams of sirens and the swelling hysteria of protesters.
Shalom. For the definition of white as innocence and black as its absence. Guilt. Yet scholars scratch their heads over a history of centuries of lynching and hatred.
Shalom for the breathless, who feel the hands of justice around their dark necks, and next time it could be my son the sun hides, and the night is dangerous, and therefore it is black.
Shalom, for the soldier, sick of being thanked for his service, read handicap. Because your welcome doesn't grow another leg, but let's see no jobs here. So crutch once more into the breach.
Shalom for the sleeping on the street corner, who feel the eye staring at anything but them, and no one of the Samaritan's goodness wasn't implied in the chapter title.
Shalom for the Christian afraid of the urges surging within him as he tries to reconcile his faith with the fruit that he has heard forbidden from the pulpit on Sunday. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Shalom for the atheist, aware that a space is all that stands between he and the theist. But he must keep unbelieving in something, so he buys another book that no one claims is inerrant.
Shalom. For the fingers clutching plastic spoons that clatter against empty bowls and resound against empty stomachs because food stamps don't always equal a full stomach. Speak! Shalom! For the Catholics, Protestants, Episcopalians, Methodists, Lutherans, Baptists, Anglicans, Calvinists, Presbyterians, non-denominational, Pentecostal, white, black, and this is all one body.
Shalom for the American dream and the land of copyright. And wrong answer. The correct answer was C, as in from sea to shining sea. This is a poverty line teacher losing interest as it compounds on her loans.
Shalom for the nameless billions of real, live action human beings with families and jobs and dogs and laughter and tragedies in scenes of birth, grow, work, die, repeated an endless cycle until...
Shalom before the olive branch.
Shalom as Sodom burns.
Shalom as the fingers clutch tighter around the neck.
Shalom as the gasps come out slower now.
Shalom in the thrashings of the drowning.
Shalom as the hysteria ensues.
Shalom during the beating of the slave.
Shalom in the jeering and the laughter.
Shalom in the gnashing of the teeth.
Shalom! Until nothing is left
But silence.
as children sleep after crying themselves into exhaustion.
And still silence.
Silence that waits, expectant of its own shattering.
Silence that stands abrupt, awaiting the call of the trumpets.
Silence that has been cleansed and scalded and refreshed and renewed and stands waiting in the nothingness. Waiting for the first notes of a joyous chorus.
Nine martyred bodies on the floor in the bloody church. The end is near when our sacrament becomes sacrilege. When chilling on corners in rough neighborhoods and praying in church yield the same deadly results. My heart is heavy.
My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy.
I kneel on this bloodied floor and I pray. I pray for this murderous man, for he know not what he did when he created 9 angels. There's a huge part of me that wishes he suffers the same fate. But I know that my God would not want it that way. I'm just trying to understand.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand.
They say we live in a post-racial society, but I can't buy that. I can't buy that because body bags are speaking louder than hashtags. Because body bags are speaking louder than hashtags. And I can't even open my eyes in the morning without thinking, will I be next?
Will I be next?
Oh,
Will I be next?
I can't believe I'm living in this nightmare. Day by day, my safe houses seem to be exploding in my face. There is no safe space for my melanin in this world. From the DR to South Carolina to Ferguson to Charlottesville. Where can I be safe? Mike Brown, Justice Howe, Mary Lou Popar,
Yvette Smith,
Tyshawn Lee.
Freddie Gray,
Sandra Bland.
Tanisha Anderson,
Oscar Grant,
Louis Berro.
El Haj Malik El Shabazz,
Talia Rice.
There was an if in all who's ever lived.
Art is often the most beautiful, compelling, and clear reflection of our world and imaginations, and none more beautiful than through these young people. So, we have a drama group led by this wonderful professor at UVA, Teresa, Lady T. This was original work by the students, the ifs within us, and I'd like to take a moment and allow them to introduce themselves. They'll tell you their name, their major, and what year they are in school.
Hello, my name is Mariana Gonzalez Leal. I'm a second year and I'm a drama major.
Hello, I'm Maurice Green, fourth year, psychology major.
Yvonne Fox, drama major and global development studies major.
I'm Davion Williams. I'm a fourth year engineering science major. Yeah.
My name is Mackenzie Austin. I'm a political and social thought and Latin American studies fourth year.
Hi, I'm Samora Ward. I'm a third year and a psychology major.
I am DJ Cunningham. I'm a first-year graduate student in public health.
My name is Braylon Shank. I am a American Studies music major with a minor in dance, and I'm a second year.
Hello, my name is Imani Manchild Bruno. I'm a fourth year mechanical engineering major.
Hi, I'm Nikki Parker. I'm a fourth year drama major.
Hi, I'm Terrence Tony Thomas. I'm a double major in drama and data mining.
Hi, I'm Kingston Liu. My major is statistics. I'm a third year.
And I'm Lauren Thomas. I graduated from UVA with a degree in German literature.
So if you've ever heard a young UVA student refer to a professor as Lady T, this is who they were talking about. So Lady T, would you mind sharing with us the creative process in creating what you did here today on this stage? It was amazing.
Thank you, and thank you so much to the audience. It was wonderful to be in the space and really experience it, because theater does not exist without the audience and the actor interaction. And I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to work with these amazing artists. So our creative process, when one would think about just taking a leap, and I'm very grateful that I have artists, student artists, who are willing to leap into that void. I started off the process saying, we don't know exactly what this will be, but we know the theme is, what if? So what if we explore? What if we come together? What if we endeavor to reveal aspects of ourselves maybe previously hidden? So we come together as writers, as dancers, as musicians. 99.9% of what you saw today was written by students. The last piece, My Heart is Heavy, was written by DJ Cunningham. Shalom was written by Will Brewbaker, who is in the poetry department and who created that piece for Speak the Forbidden Truth, which was a devised work in the spring. And we have several other writers in the space as well. Mackenzie wrote work, Davion wrote, Imani wrote, who else? Terrence and Mariana, that amazing choreographed number that you saw, that all comes from them. And so they think about, oh yes, you can give it up. So we gave ourselves exactly 1 month. Was it 1 month? Mm-hmm. Did we start on the new moon or the full moon? We started on the new moon. That's an auspicious time to start projects.
Once again, please give it up for UVA drama. Thank you so much. Do you want to take my mic?
We begin. TEDxCharlottesville,